So eventually I moved out of Round Rock to McNeil Road in North Austin to these apartments, and I was hanging out with Michaelo, and he had a sobriety group. He was trying to get me sober, and so he would show up every day with the group to do stuff, and like we would do fun scavenger hunts, like try to find, he'd make these lists that had things like 3 blonde pubic hairs, 3 red pubic hairs, roadkill, a double-headed dildo, just like the craziest things. We just had fun, in a sober way. Anyway, he would have meetings at a Denny's as well as at his house. And I went to a meeting at his house, and that's where I saw Steve for the second time, along with Damien, one of his best friends. So at this point, they hung out at my house a lot. Michaela would show up, and everyone would hang out at my house a lot. And I had a friend named Ashley that was living with me. That was the same age as me. We were both like maybe 15, almost 16 or 16, around that age. And Steve pulled me into the bathroom and telling me that Damien had a crush on me and how did I feel about him. And I had told Steve that I actually had a crush on him. For some reason, at this point, I was attracted to him. He had this like intense energy, and I felt like butterflies in my stomach and nervous, and he had this like intense energy about him, and he was physically attractive. And so we started going out, and him and Damien got in a fight, or weren't getting along because of it. And then there was something like, he had a best friend named James, and James' dad kicked him out, and my mom said that he could stay for that night. And James and I went to these apartment complex right next door that had like a jacuzzi. So we went there, and we were drinking alcohol, and I was like really out of it. I was sitting in the jacuzzi, and he kissed me, and I kind of pulled away, but we ended up hooking up. And I told Steve like the next day, and then Steve came over, and he like hit James, and then he also had hickeys like all over his neck from Kimberly, his ex-girlfriend. So we broke up, and like a month later, Ashley and I we took acid. Like, we both took acid, and I had a Ouija board because my mom had went and gotten a Ouija board from Toys R Us because I wanted one, and